Hi everyone and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Rosana. Today we're going to be making gorditas, which literally means chubby. These are amazing and you can fill them with so many things. But today we're going to be doing ground beef. It is plain delicious, easy to make. You're going to love it. But before we get started, I do want to invite you to subscribe, like this video, and also click the notification bell. All right, let's get started. First, we're going to be working with one large russet potato, which is about 340 grams. Now, you can peel it. I'm personally going to leave the skin on for extra fiber. Dice it into small pieces. That way it cooks faster. Beautiful. Okay. Now transfer into a small saucepan. And cover them completely with room temperature water. Bring it to a boil over medium-high heat. Once it reaches a boil, add 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, lower the heat to medium-low, and allow the potatoes to cook until they're fork tender. While that's happening, we're gonna prep 1 Roma tomato, and I'm just gonna remove the stem area. Easy like that. And dice it into small pieces. All right, let's set it aside. We have to check on the potatoes already. We just have to drain them. Transfer the potatoes into a different container and allow them to cool down completely. All right, let me just get some of the ones that were left behind. Okay, meanwhile, let's get started on the filling. In a small bowl, add in 2 teaspoons of ground onion, 1 teaspoon of ground garlic, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, and 1.5 tablespoons of ground ancho chile. And mix to combine. This smells so good. This is gonna flavor the meat wonderfully. Okay, talking about the meat, let me go get it. We're gonna be using 1 pound of sirloin ground beef, which is 90% lean and 10% fat. You can use whichever percentage you'd like. Okay, let's head back to the stove. Place a large pan over medium-high heat and pour in a couple of tablespoons of a smooth olive oil or avocado oil. Once the oil is hot, we're gonna add the meat. And this is pretty cool. Press it down. That way we get a nice sear. Ooh, that smells good already. Okay, break it apart and look at that nice sear. Stir as needed and allow it to cook completely as it gets a nice brown color. Now, sprinkle in all of the seasoning mix. Do a quick stir. Yes, oh, that's looking beautiful. Okay, now add the tomatoes. Saute the tomatoes for about a minute and then add in 1 cup of mixed veggies. And add in 1 cup of chicken or beef broth. Lower the heat to medium-low and allow the broth to simmer until it is almost gone, but the meat is still nice and moist. This looks wonderful. We're gonna add salt to taste. I'm doing 1 teaspoon of kosher salt and black pepper to taste. Mix to combine. Saute for another minute and it is ready. Moving on to the gorditas. In a large bowl, add in all of the cooled potatoes and mash them well. Add in 1 cup of cotija cheese and 2 cups of corn masarina and mix everything to combine. I suggest you don't add any more salt because the cotija cheese is already salty, plus those milky tones are really gonna boost up the flavor in the gorditas. This looks great. Add 1.5 cups of water in portions and knead in between additions until the dough is hydrated and forms a firm dough ball. When the masa reaches the right consistency, continue kneading for 5 minutes. The dough is ready when it's soft, smooth, firm, and does not stick to your clean hands. Now, you don't want to add the water all at once. You want to do it and stop when you reach the right consistency. You may end up needing more or less. Now, if it turns out too hard, you can add a little bit more water. I'd say 1 tablespoon at a time. If it's too soft, you can add a little bit more masa harina until you reach the right consistency. Okay, let's move on. Grab around 3 ounces of masa and shape into a ball. Rock back and forth in between your hands as you apply pressure to flatten into a disc. At this point, the edges should be smooth. Rock back and forth, rotating in between your hands as you evenly apply pressure to flatten the disc into a flat, round gordita that's about 3/4 of an inch in thickness. Now don't forget to smooth the edges if needed. These are looking so good. I want to show you a second way to mold them. By the way, I usually make them and cook them as I go, but this time it's easier for me to explain by making them all first. So all I'm doing is laying them over parchment paper so they don't stick. Take a 3-ounce ball, flatten into a disc, place it in between 2 plastic circles, and then flatten with the bottom of a flat plate. A little bit more. You could even take your fingers and flatten as well. Remove the plastic and then the bottom one. Perfect. You can smooth the edges if needed, but these look pretty good. Place a comal over medium heat, and once hot, place the gordita on the hot surface. Once the underside develops brown spots, let's flip them. Yes, beautiful. This is hot, so you can use a spatula to flip them. The underside should be brown now. Flip, yes. Leave them on here for a couple of seconds, then we're gonna remove them. These are golden brown on both sides. Look, we're gonna remove them. They are hot. If they don't fully cook at this stage, don't worry because they're gonna fully cook while frying. You should be able to get 10 individual gorditas. Heat a generous amount of a neutral oil, ideal for frying, to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the oil reaches the right temperature, fry the gorditas. Once they get a nice golden brown color underneath, you can flip them. Yes. Okay. So the other one. And allow the other side to do the same. These shouldn't take too long to fully cook. They are ready, golden brown on both sides, nice and crispy. And simply cook the remainder. Grab the gordita with a paper towel, while they're still warm, and carefully make an incision on the edge side of the gordita. And just cut along the side until you reach the opposite side, which should be midway. And when you open it, look at that. Gorgeous. You have a nice pocket inside. How exciting. By the way, if you noticed I only did 4, that was for video purposes. I'm gonna finish them later on. But look, I reheated the meat. It is nice and warm. We're ready to assemble, starting with the sour cream. I'm gonna take a generous amount, open up the pocket, and spread it inside. All right, we're ready for the meat. Stuff it, add as much as you like. Just leave a little bit of room for the toppings. The meat is inside. Let's add some lettuce. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna add a little bit of crumbled queso fresco because we can. I mean, who's stopping us? No one. And finally, let's do some Mexican salsa. Let me just finish the next one. All right, we are ready to taste. Food is served. Nelson, I'm gonna need you to run.
Here I am.
Awesome, okay.
Don't do this at home.
No.
The running. The gorditas do, please.
They look so good.
Oh, yes.
You could even add pickled jalapenos and avocado. These are amazing. Look at these.
Oh, this is
So good, huh? All right, let's do this. I can't wait any longer.
Let's do it.
So delicious. So good. Oh my goodness.
I could write a poem about these gorditas.
You got inspired? Oh my god. I don't know about a poem, but they're pretty amazing.
So good. You know what would be nice next to the gordita?
Tell me.
Even more gorditas. That's what would be good.
Yes, I'll have to finish the rest after the video. Nelson's gonna feast, aren't you? These are filled with so much love, flavor. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. Don't forget to make it at home. Come back and let me know how it went down in the comments area. Also, follow me on all of my social media platforms. All right, until the next one.
Until the next one.